This franchise has always been about players, it's always been about basketball, and it's about anything we can do to help the player become the best they can be. This is really a huge example and an opportunity to show the rest of the league and the world and that's involved in women's sports what it takes to be a high-level athlete.
It's an unbelievable day for the Indiana Fever, another step for our franchise, again, to make this the best franchise.
The Indiana Fever just made waves with a jaw-dropping $78 million announcement. But that's not even the day's biggest headline. While the buzz surrounds their cutting-edge new facility, the real shocker is a blockbuster free agency move that's sending shockwaves through the entire WNBA.
So the Indiana Fever announced that they're going to open a new practice facility coming up before the 2027 season. But they're going to get their own facility now. And they showed the mock-ups online, and it's as you would expect, right? It's going to be state-of-the-art. It's going to be awesome. It's going to
Caitlyn Clark and the entire Indiana Fever roster are about to welcome a major addition. But who's joining the squad? We're diving into the Fever's game-changing moves, from their state-of-the-art training facility to the superstar free agent they've just locked in. Think you know what's next for Caitlyn Clark and her teammates? Stick around to see why Indiana is shaping up to be the hottest destination in the WNBA. Ready for the scoop? Let's dive in.
As the CEO of Pacer Sports Entertainment, I couldn't be more excited for both our men's and our women's teams to have their own standalone practice facilities. I think it's expanding our campus in a great way. It's providing them everything they need to have the best performance that they can on the court. And I think it's absolutely the right time to do.
Imagine a basketball paradise spanning an incredible 108,000 square feet. That's exactly what the Indiana Fever just unveiled. But why now? What's the strategy behind this monumental investment? Let's break it down. This $78 million facility is poised to revolutionize what a WNBA team's home base can be, nearly doubling the size of any current or planned WNBA facility and even surpassing some NBA team facilities. The Fever are making a bold statement, and it's impossible to ignore.
All of the weight and conditioning equipment. Obviously, we'll have 2 full-size courts. It'll be available 24/7 for them to come and utilize it, but also just the best in recovery, the best in mental health, places for them to be able to also record content, podcasts, and other things that they may have to go off-site and waste time doing things like that. So they can really maximize their time spent focusing on their performance and not on other things.
So, what's inside this basketball utopia? For starters, 2 full-size courts. But that's just the beginning. Picture strength training areas that could rival those of pro bodybuilders, recovery rooms, saunas, and infrared facilities that feel more like a luxury spa. It's everything a player needs to compete at their absolute best. But here's where things get even more exciting. The Fever have included mental health facilities, a full-service kitchen, a podcast studio, and even a nail salon. This isn't just about training. It's about creating an environment where athletes can truly thrive, both on and off the court.
Well, first of all, our goals for this new training center is really to provide a first-in-class training center that is designed exclusively for women athletes. And I think that's important to note because it's not just a gym, it's a holistic approach to how women athletes train, recover, rehab.
This is going to be the best in class when it comes to a women's professional training facility. And not just the day that it opens, we're going to set this up and think about this as the best in class for many years to come.
Let's talk timing. This state-of-the-art facility is set to open in 2027, and there's a clear strategy behind it. That's the year Aaliyah Boston's rookie deal ends, with Caitlyn Clark's contract following in 2028. The Fever are making a bold statement to their stars and free agents alike. This is the place to be. Compare this to the Connecticut Sun, who share practice space with birthday parties and yoga classes. Alyssa Thomas put it bluntly, "We're a professional team competing for playoffs, yet we're sharing courts with 2-year-old birthday parties." Now, that's a contrast.
When I played in the Connecticut Sun, we practiced in like the recreational, like the tribal facility, because the team is owned by the tribe. And so sometimes there'll be people doing like yoga classes and
that's crazy.
And different stuff. And like we'll be on the court, like practicing on the full court, like the full
During
NBA
your practice,
size court.
doing that?
Right. And then they'll come in and we have to like put the divider down.
Hell no.
And then we'll start going on a court that was like smaller than like a high school court. Kid you not, while we're in the playoffs.
They talking about keep it down. We got a yoga class going on over here.
Yeah, and it's like you peek your head over the side and it's like 3 people over there like doing downward dog or something crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Caitlyn Clark is fired up, sharing her excitement on Instagram this Thursday. Meanwhile, Aaliyah Boston is already turning the buzz into a recruiting tool, telling potential free agents that Indiana is the place to be. The Fever excel at investing in us and making us feel like the professional athletes we are, she says. Even basketball icon Lisa Leslie weighed in, praising the move by saying, "This is what investing in women truly looks like." When legends acknowledge your efforts, it's clear you're on the right track.
We look toward Indianapolis becoming the epicenter of women's sports, having professional women's sports teams and having dedicated training facilities for them is really a key piece of putting that together.
This facility isn't just a building. It's a game changer that could redefine the WNBA for years. The Fever are setting themselves up as the ultimate destination for players, fostering an environment where athletes can thrive both on and off the court. As free agency decisions approach, this bold investment could be the key to attracting top talent and ensuring stars like Aaliyah Boston and Caitlyn Clark remain in Indiana for the long run. Ready for some major free agency updates? Let's dive in.
So we finally got the news that we expected to hear all along for Kelsey Mitchell. We finally got the news, and it is that Kelsey Mitchell of the Indiana Fever has received the core designation. Yes, Kelsey Mitchell has been cored by the Indiana Fever.
Let's talk about the bombshell that just dropped in Indiana. The Fever have made a power move that's got everyone talking. They've CED Kelsey Mitchell. You might be wondering, what does that even mean? In the WNBA, CED stands for Core Exclusive Designation, and it's like putting a giant keep-away sign on a player. This designation gives teams exclusive negotiating rights during the free agency period. Kelsey Mitchell is a bona fide star, and the Fever just made it clear how much they value her by offering a 1-year Supermax contract worth nearly $250,000. That's serious cash, signaling Indiana's commitment to building a powerhouse team.
If you're asking me to give a percentage chance of Kelsey Mitchell staying, I would go as far as to say 99. I'd go as say as far.
Here's where it gets interesting. Mitchell could technically leave the Fever, but only if the team agrees to a trade. If Mitchell really wanted out, which doesn't seem likely, the Fever could land some serious assets in return, like high draft picks, promising young players, or even another established star. But why would Mitchell want to leave now? The Fever are building something special, and she's at the heart of it. Imagine Kelsey Mitchell and Caitlyn Clark in the same backcourt. That's a scoring explosion just waiting to happen.
As I've said, there's no reason why Kelsey Mitchell wouldn't want to play with the Fever. And we've basically seen the Fever posting about Kelsey Mitchell everywhere. So it's not like it's something that is unlikely, but it is going to be huge. And at this stage, it's like trust the process. It's trust the organization. Because look, this organization has proven that they're willing to put the money back to
Mitchell averaged an elite 19.3 points per game last season, and she did it while sharing the court with Caitlyn Clark and Aaliyah Boston, who drew a lot of defensive attention. With Mitchell and Clark together, the Fever now have 2 of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Defenses will have a tough time handling both players. The Fever aren't just building a team, they're crafting a roster capable of long-term dominance. They've already got 9 players signed for 2025, and with around $650,000 in cap space, they can pay Mitchell's Supermax salary and still add another max player and a key veteran.
This is the smartest thing for you, and there's no way that
And there's no agent in the world that would tell Kelsey Mitchell not to sign with Indiana. To be honest, there is no agent in the world that will tell any player not to sign in.
Mitchell's core designation is a significant achievement, marking her as just the 5th player in the franchise's 25-year history to earn this honor. Joining the ranks of legends like Tamika Catchings, Mitchell is now in elite company. She values her connection to Indianapolis deeply, often expressing that she considers the city a true home for her. Mitchell approaches this prestigious recognition with pride and commitment, embracing the opportunity to contribute further to the team's legacy.
Like, if you're asking me what team should Kelsey Mitchell play for if she's, like, in reality, the answer is the Indiana Fever. Like, there's no basketball, there's no genuine basketball reason for her to play for anyone else. Is there even a non-basketball reason for her to play for the Fever? There's no, like, maybe if we're talking about, like, non-basketball reasons, like personal reasons maybe, but like off-the-court reasons, there's none either.
Think the Fever are done after the off-season? Think again. Things are just getting started. With that extra cap space, there's a game-changing move in the works. A 6'4" unicorn is about to hit the open market, and she's a perfect fit for the Fever. Here's the kicker. She's already dropped some major hints about her current team. Get ready for this potential game changer.
And then also, you're one of the top free agents in this year. So, I mean, do you have any ideas of what you might prioritize, or do you plan to stay in Dallas next season?
Yeah, I mean, I've already communicated with Dallas how grateful I am because they've made this a home for me for the past years, and I'm working with them together and finding a next home for me because I've already played my last game in Dallas.
The player in question is Satou Sabally. During a media session for Unrivaled, she made a stunning announcement. "I've already played my last game in Dallas." This moment instantly shifted the WNBA free agency scene.
And I'm just excited. I'm excited for free agency. I'm able to talk to a lot of players outside the league because I have not played on a different team yet. And I'm excited to get to know them more on a personable level, but also knowing how they approach the game. And I just love having basketball conversations and high-level IQ conversations about the game to know where I will fit best in the future.
So where is Sabally headed? The New York Liberty are in the running, especially with her sister Nyara already on the team. But hold on, the Indiana Fever might have the upper hand. Why? 2 words: cap space. The Fever have the financial flexibility to offer Sabally a potential max contract, something the Liberty can't do unless they make major moves, such as unloading assets and depleting their bench. With Sabrina Ionescu, Brianna Stewart, and Jonquel Jones already on max contracts, the Liberty's options are limited.
Yeah, to just following up there, I guess, because you said it's Satou, what was Dallas's reaction when you communicated that to them?
Obviously, at first they were still trying, but I think what is most effective is working with the player and listening to their wishes and hearing out how we can find the best solution for each other.
Imagine this lineup: Caitlyn Clark running point, Kelsey Mitchell at shooting guard, Lexi Hull on the wing, Satou Sabally at power forward, and Aja Wilson dominating the paint. That's a nightmare for any team in the league. Last season, Sabally was a powerhouse, averaging 18.6 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game. Now picture those numbers with Caitlyn Clark as her point guard. Clark's exceptional court vision and passing could elevate Sabally's game to new heights, just as it has done for the rest of the team. This dynamic duo could be unstoppable.
But they've been effective tonight. Williams slips the pen. Satou gets that egg out of our basket.
Dallas needed a little bit of juice, a little bit of energy right there. Thank you for that, Satou.
Sabally has been dropping hints on social media, sparking excitement among Fever fans. She's liked comments from fans urging her to join Indiana, including one that said, "Would love to see you with the Fever." But it's not just about social media. Sabally's playing style would complement the Fever's roster perfectly. Her ability to stretch the floor, shooting 40.6% from three over the last 2 seasons, would open up space for Aja Boston in the paint. Additionally, her defensive versatility would allow the Fever to switch seamlessly, giving them a significant defensive edge.
Caitlyn is an amazing generational talent, and she's going to do amazing things.
If Sabally joins Indiana, we could witness the birth of a potential dynasty. With Clark, Boston, Mitchell, and Sabally forming the core, this team could dominate the WNBA for years, making multiple championship runs a real possibility.
Caitlyn is the face right now, and that's also good. She's selling out gyms. Why would you hate against that? We had a sold-out home opener. I think it was a practice game, like it wasn't even serious. We benefited from that because now we have all our fans there, and they're excited, and you have new people coming into a market. She is her own economy, and that is amazing.
The Fever aren't putting all their eggs in one basket. They have options, including Gabby Williams from the Seattle Storm as a solid backup plan. The suspense is high. Will Sabally make the move to Indiana and help form a super team, or will another team swoop in at the last minute? The WNBA landscape is about to change, and we're eager to see how it unfolds.
Building quality depth is going to be important. You know, when you have a core three like we have, surrounding them with players who are going to, fill the roles, certainly, first and foremost, who are going to embrace the roles, secondly, and who give us the best opportunities for success by complementing what they do really, really well.
Gabby Williams, a free agent, has caught the Fever's attention as they build their championship dream team. Why is she being considered alongside Sabally? It's simple. She offers a unique skill set that could be the missing piece. Defense is Williams' strength. She's a lockdown defender capable of disrupting offenses and creating turnovers. But her game isn't just about defense. When the stakes are high, she delivers offensively, averaging 17 points per game in last year's playoffs. Williams' versatility is a coach's dream, allowing for dynamic lineup changes. Picture her as small forward, freeing up Lexi Hull to hit threes off the bench or at power forward, giving the Fever a lightning-fast lineup that would leave opponents scrambling.
Prevent that tonight. Gabby Williams with the pick. Oh, behind the back to Jewel. Hello! Showtime on a Wednesday night.
Can Gabby Williams handle the pressure of a championship run? Absolutely. She's been battle-tested in the playoffs and even competed against Team USA in the Olympics, proving she can perform on the biggest stages. At just 27 years old, Williams is entering her prime just as the Fever are preparing for a serious title push. Perfect timing. Analysts are excited about how her defensive abilities and scoring could complement Caitlyn Clark's game. Imagine Clark delivering those jaw-dropping assists to a cutting Williams. Opposing coaches will have nightmares. Beyond her on-court skills, coaches praise her work ethic and adaptability, intangibles that can elevate a good team to greatness. Her playoff experience will also be invaluable in mentoring the Fever's younger players, providing leadership when the stakes are highest.
This is a place where players can come and get better and be surrounded by an organization that supports you, where they're going to have everything they need to be successful.
Why are the Fever eyeing Gabby Williams as part of their championship strategy? It's about finding that crucial piece that ties everything together. Williams brings a rare mix of defense, clutch scoring, versatility, and experience, addressing key needs for the Fever. Adding her to a roster with stars like Sabally signals their commitment to building a well-rounded team capable of competing for a title. In the highly competitive WNBA, Williams could be the difference maker that elevates the Fever. Her ability to contribute on both ends of the court, combined with her playoff experience, makes her a strategic addition. With Williams, the Fever might just have found the final piece they need to complete their championship puzzle.
She's the reflection of what should happen in women's sports.
Let's look at the bigger picture. The Indiana Fever are crafting a master plan that's set to shake up the entire WNBA. At the heart of it all is a perfect storm for dynasty building. Imagine this: a state-of-the-art facility, a roster brimming with talent, and savvy free agent moves. The Fever are laying the foundation for long-term success, and it all starts with one player, Caitlyn Clark. We've all witnessed her dominance on the court, sending shockwaves through the league. The Fever's attendance has skyrocketed, with Clark packing arenas to the rafters, seeing an incredible fourfold increase.
You like being a two-way player, like you like playing both ends.
I do. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that always been like that?
No.
So it's new. You just started to enjoy defense.
Yeah. I feel like I just enjoy it.
Here's where things get exciting. Caitlyn Clark isn't doing this alone. Enter Aaliyah Boston, creating a dynamic duo that could dominate the league for years. It's like witnessing the rise of a basketball supernova. Along with Kelsey Mitchell and Lexi Hull, the Fever are assembling a Fab Four that could leave a lasting mark on WNBA history. But the Fever are far from finished. Whether it's Satou Sabally, Gabby Williams, or another game-changing free agent, they're still searching for that final piece. With their new state-of-the-art practice facility, the Fever are making it clear: come to Indiana, and you'll be treated like a star.
That's what I love doing. That's what I did all those years, was finding ways to add another player to our roster that's going to impact us and help us get better. So
the buzz around the league is undeniable. Players are taking notice as the Fever transform from underdogs into the team everyone wants to join. When Aaliyah Boston's rookie deal expires in 2027 or Caitlyn Clark's contract ends in 2028, don't you think they'll remember this commitment? Kelly Krauskopf, the Fever's president, has made it clear that this new facility is about more than just bricks and mortar. It's a symbol of the franchise's dedication to providing the best for their players. It's about creating an environment where champions are made and legacies are built. But this isn't just about the Fever. It's about raising the bar for the entire WNBA. When one team makes such a significant investment in its future, it challenges the entire league to elevate their game, and the ripple effects will be felt across the WNBA for years. If you enjoyed, leave a like and subscribe. More videos are on screen now.